Okay, hi guys. I'm going to give you instructions on your newest project, which in Google Classroom here is called Living Room Renovation. So this is the same project for 5th and 6th grade. And right now, Mrs. Colatz's class is with me, and I'm explaining it to them. So I thought I would just explain it to you guys since I'm actually in a meeting on Wednesday, so I won't be in class with you. So anyway, back to the project here. We have Google Sheets, Living Room Renovation. If you click on the title, you're going to see both things open up. So the first thing you're going to see is the attachment of the instructions. So if I click on this, you're going to see that this project is somewhat similar to our Christmas shopping spree, except it's with Google Sheets, and we're not shopping for Christmas, but we're shopping to renovate our living room. So you're also going to see back in the classroom there's a template of where you're going to complete your project on. So it says Open Google Sheets template on Google Classroom. So you'll be online shopping or researching to find things you'd like to buy to renovate your living room. You're going to have $4,000 to spend, but you must buy at least 6 items. You do not have to spend the whole thing. I know it might sound like a lot, but as you get shopping for big things like couches, TVs, things like that, you're going to find out that they're quite expensive. So I'm going to make sure that you have enough to buy. So I'll give you enough fake money in order to buy the things you need. So you're going to choose from the example items listed and or add your own items. So when you open your template, you're going to see I give you an example of some of the things that you could buy. However, you don't have to stick to those. You could buy your own. You don't have to do those. But you're going to complete the chart for the items that you do want to buy. You're also going to delete the rows with your unpurchased items. So if you want to get rid of an entire row, I'll show you how to do that. We're going to use our sum function, like we did in our last project, to total up our purchases. So we're going to put that at the bottom of our price column. I recommend doing that off the bat. That way you don't go over budget. You're also going to insert 2 additional sheets, just like we've been doing, and put a bar graph on one and a pie chart on the third one. Okay, rename those sheets and color code them, things like that. Here in green are your kind of instructions of things that we've been doing to our table. So we're going to make our heading bold and gray. We're going to change our font and the size of our data. I'm going to put a border in there, which I already have a border in the example rows that I put in. But if you add or change or things like that, make sure it's all bordered. And we'll color coordinate our rows this way. And here's your instructions on inserting your 3 sheets. So the first one will be called table. Then you have bar graph and pie chart. So we'll rename those and color code. I'm actually going to click into Mrs. Griggs' class because she was with me this morning, or she wasn't, but her class was with me this morning, and some of them got a pretty good start. So I'm going to click in to show, actually Preston, I think he turned his in, but it wasn't quite done. So here's an example of his nice looking table that he has started here. Okay, so here's some different things that he wants to buy. You can see it's really easy to read because he has everything centered and he also has it color coordinated. So you can go over and see the prices of those. And you can come down here and see he has a lot more money to spend, but he's kind of got a good start there. So I'm going to go back to Mrs. Colat's and then click in our template. So when you open up your template, this is what you're going to see. So you can see I gave you just kind of a jump start. I put your heading in here for you so you know what would go in each row. I also gave you some examples of things that you could purchase. Once again, you don't have to stick to these, but it's a good place to start. Okay, one of the biggest things that most people are going to need to know is to resize their rows. So we're used to resizing our column up in here by clicking and dragging. Okay, and you're probably still going to need that tool. But when we insert pictures and things, and if you noticed when I opened Preston's, his rows were a lot bigger. Okay, so if you do the same exact thing, except if there's nothing in here and you just want to resize it to your own, you'll click and drag down. Okay, and then you'll have some more room to work with. And now you're also going to notice, let's just say I'm going to come up to Google and I'm going to say living room couch, and it will give me some options of stores and things. I had some people go right to Amazon or go right to, Target or Wayfair and shop for everything at the same store. It's completely up to you what you'd like to do. So I'm going to click here on Wayfair. So if I click in here, sofa, Sofa, good to go. Okay, if I find one I want here, so let's say $395.99. I'm going to go back up to my project. So I got $395.99. I'm going to add my $sign in, and I got that from Wayfair store. That's the one with that, yeah, catchy commercial. Okay, and now it has, now I'm going to edit my text right off the bat because this looks super confusing to me, and my picture won't be, it's okay. So I'm going to click and drag over this. Okay, first off, we know that our text or font is here. I can change it to whatever I'd like to. Let's do this one. I'm also going to make it all the same, so 24. Okay, I'm also going to center, so it looks just a lot easier to read when I center it. And then our last tip, I guess, is right next to our alignment button. You're going to see this down arrow. This is going to change where your fonts start. So if you see all this white space in this big box here, I can make it go in the middle by choosing this one and then choosing the centered one. So that way some of these are going to be a little bit bigger if you've got a picture in each one. Okay, so that's, again, how we do that. Picture, a lot of people were having issues with copying and pasting from the site like we did with our Christmas one, because if the picture moves or zooms in, it's kind of an issue. Okay, so I'm going to show you 2 different ways that you can do that. If it doesn't move and you can copy and paste it, you're good to go. I can right-click, copy image. Oops, not this one. I'm going to come back to my project, click on here and Control-V. I might have to get my blinking line and Control-V here. Now this is what some of the other students were having issues with this. It's hard to resize, it's hard to see. So the easiest thing, I think, and if you're not super picky about the type of couch, I know maybe I shopped for this one instead, but what I could do is come back here and go Insert, Image, and then we know we want to search the web. And maybe if I even put in Wayfair couch. Whoops, is that right? Well, we got this one. So maybe I can't get too specific. I'll just put couch. And maybe I could find one on here that I like. This one's cool. Okay, I'll click on it and select. And then I can click and drag it and move it and resize it just like I want. Okay? Okay, last thing. And I hope there is not a lot of background noise in this video. I've already asked Mrs. Claus' class to stay nice and quiet for me, but I think some of them are getting a little antsy, so I apologize if you can hear some background here. I'm almost done, so I'm going to click and drag over the entire row and go up to my paint bucket and change my color. Okay, if my picture was too big, I might need to make this a little bit bigger, and then I could resize to fit this way. Okay, last thing, so you know you need at least 6 items, but I'm going to play it safe and come down to like row 10 and insert my total here. Okay, so I could put total over here, and then I'm going to click on this one and insert my sum function the same way that we've been doing. So I'm going to come up to my sideways M to my functions here, sum, and I know I'm going to have to add B2, that's where it starts. So I'm going to go B2, colon, so I'm going to shift, hit that colon button like this, that way it goes all the way through, and I'm going to go down just like to B8. Okay, B8, I'm going to click off it or hit enter, and it will give me my total. Okay, the next thing that I'm going to do, so if I got a rug here that was like 65.23, it will automatically add in my total for me, which is convenient. Okay, now let's say that I wanted to delete this row of a TV. I don't want this one, I want to delete it. Okay, I can click on the entire row, and I can right-click with my mouse and delete row. Okay, let's also say shopping, I put 3 other things in here. I found a mirror and a beanbag and whatever that I want, and I'm running out of space. Okay, I can also insert. So I'm going to right-click over here and insert one above or below, depending on where I want it. Okay, so I could do that as many times as I wanted to insert rows. I might have to edit this here. It looks like it edited it for me, but if I double click on this, I can see to make sure that I have the right range of what I needed. Okay, last thing is, let's say I want to move this over. or up or down. Anything you want to move without copying and pasting it, I'll select it and then move right on the edge until I see a hand that looks, I don't know if you can see it on yours. But anyway, there's a hand that kind of think of you're grabbing it and moving it. So I'm going to click and drag it, and then I can move it anywhere that I wanted. So keep that in mind. Anything you select and click and drag. Okay? Now I realize that I am not in here to, well, obviously we're going to have to add here and do our bar graph and pie chart. So I would just click on the item and the price here when I create my graph. So I don't have to worry about the store or my picture in my graph. Okay? But I was going to say, obviously I'm not in here to help you today, and you're probably going to have a lot of questions. So please just be a problem solver and do what you can do on your own. If the only thing you can do today is shop for things or pick out things and get maybe the item, the name, and the price in the store, if that's all you can do today, then the next time that you're with me, you'll be a step further. Okay, if all you can do is kind of edit your writing or make your rows different or things like that, then that just might be what you can get done today. And then I will most definitely help you when I'm back the next time you're with me. Okay, thank you for watching, and be good, and I'll see you next time. Have a good day, guys. Bye.